Welcome, everybody. We are going to take a look at solving linear systems by graphing. And since most of our graphing is going to be online this year, I figured it was best to demo this in an online fashion. So I'm actually doing a sample problem from the Delta Math assignments. This is from, you can see that we're going to be working on solving linear systems graphically, level 2. And I have my scratch paper on this side, and then you'll see the graphing on this side. So there's two different ways that I like to graph lines. The first way that I like to graph lines is in y-intercept form. And sometimes the equation can be given to us in y equals mx plus b form, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So if I look up top here, the first equation, y equals negative x plus 2, that is in slope-intercept form. And for this one, the slope is going to be negative 1, and then the y-intercept would be positive 2. And of course, y-intercept, meaning the point is 0, 2. It's intersecting the y-axis. So let's graph that first one. I'm going to go up to 0, 2, and that is the y-intercept. Now I have to apply a slope of negative 1. So it would be down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. So I'm going to click on that, and that is our first line. So that's one form of a line. The next form of a line is in standard form. So standard form says force a habit. It says ax plus by equals c. So you can see here we have x minus 2y equals 14. You always have the option of putting that into slope-intercept form, like we did over here. So that would say we subtract x, then we divide by negative 2 for everything, and then we'd get y equals. There's another way you can do this. You can work on finding the y and x intercepts by plugging in 0. So in other words, I know that there's a point that's going to be 0, something, and I also know there's a point that is going to be something, 0. So if you find those 2 points and you're just looking to graph a line, well, you're in good shape. You just need those 2 points and you can move on. So if I substitute 0 in for x here, we're going to get 0 minus 2y equals 14, and we have negative 2y equals 14, divide by negative 2, and y equals negative 7. So I could go over here now and plot 0, negative 7. And then we need another point. So let's substitute 0 in for y. And we have x minus 2y equals 14. Again, subbing in 0 here. So 2 times 0 equals 14. And then x equals 14. And that's it. So now, bummer, right? We don't have 14, 0 on this graph. So if it ended up being a point on this graph, it would have been great. We could have gone through and be done with it and graph whatever point it is. But in this example, we don't have that point. So we are going to switch over to y-intercept form and just figure out what the slope of this line is. So I'm going to subtract x. We get negative 2y equals negative x plus 14. And then divide by 2, and that will get y all alone. Y equals 1/2 x minus 7. So we do know that the y-intercept is negative 7 still, but now we're going to look over here and the slope is 1/2. So I'll go up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, and you can see right there is the solution of this system. So I would probably say the solution is 6, negative 4. 6, negative 4. And then I would go over here and also submit 6, negative 4. Let's hope for that green check mark. Yes, that is my answer. and we got it. Okay, so that is one example of graphing to find a solution to your system.